Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing, which is basically a company shouting, hey, something important happened. We'll see if it's a happy shout or a worried one. It involves voting, directors, accountants, so who knows what could go wrong. Before we get started, if you appreciate us decoding corporate documents so you don't have to, make sure to subscribe. Also join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. This filing is from Concentra Group Holdings Parent Inc. This document is called a Form 8K and it's a report companies file with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, to announce major events that shareholders should know about. Think of it as an official heads up from the company. In this case, it's regarding their annual meeting. The date of the report and the event it talks about is May 1, 2025. So this is what happened at their annual stockholders meeting. This document tells us who got elected to the board and how people voted on other important issues. The main point of this report is to detail the results of the votes that took place at Concentra Group Holding Parent Inc.'s annual meeting of stockholders. It tells us how the shareholders voted on different proposals. First up, the election of directors. Stockholders got to vote on who they wanted on the board. The filing tells us how many votes each nominee received. Daniel J. Thomas and Cheryl B. Peggies were elected. The number of votes in favor 6,456, 6,456, 6,456, 6,456, 6,457 votes. And Cheryl Peggies had 11,13,912,045 handed 90,94,041 votes. Looks like both were pretty popular choices. Next, there was a vote on executive compensation, which is how much the top bosses get paid. It's a non-binding advisory vote, meaning the board doesn't have to do what the shareholders say, but it's a way for investors to voice their opinion on whether they think the executives are being paid fairly. There were 92,000 to 51,126 votes against. So while the majority approved, a significant number disagreed with the executive pay. Then there was a vote on how often shareholders get to vote on executive pay in the future. This is about how often investors get a say on how much the big bosses earn. There were 11,13,659,150 bosses earned. There were 11,13,659,054 votes for holding the vote every 1 year. This shows shareholders prefer to have their say more often rather than less. Finally, stockholders voted to approve PricewaterhouseCoopers LE as the company's independent accounting firm for the year ending December 31, 2025. The 121,523 voted to ratify the appointment, with only 21,551 voting against it. That means overwhelmingly shareholders are okay with the company's choice of accountants. So what can we make of all this? It looks like Concentra's annual meeting went pretty smoothly. The directors were elected without much opposition and the executive compensation package and accounting firm were approved. However, the relatively high number of votes against executive pay suggests some investors are not happy with the current compensation levels. It's a signal that the company needs to pay attention to shareholder concerns about executive pay, even though the vote wasn't binding. Overall, Concentra Group Holding Parent Inc. seems to be doing okay, but it's always worth digging deeper into their financials to get the full picture. Alright, that's our breakdown of Concentra's 8K filing. What's your take on these votes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Also check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.